Welcome to year 8, August on New Lands. We're wrapping up this playthrough this year, getting some mulching done. We're working on getting the sorghum harvest all prepared here. We're gonna load a course, big boy double harvest. We'll get that loaded here. But we did the math off camera for making sure we have enough grain and not too much in the grain mill. And I did go ahead and move all the wheat and all the oats. And why aren't you guys moving? There we go. To get this harvest started, I need to get the semi, get the trailer, and we'll see. I think we'll have more sorghum than we need, but I think that'll be the only crop type that is that way. So right now we're mulching one of the fields. We got to get to cultivating, get some lime put on all these fields, and potentially get some wheat and barley planted in September. But our first priority is definitely going to be getting the semi to work on this harvest. I also changed the flour to be spawning so we can have that as part of our selling events in December. So I will be putting the first 2,000 bushels of sorghum in the grain mill, and after that we will save it for selling. I didn't do the same with barley because I decided to save that for the chickens. We'll keep adding barley as we need it and feeding the chickens as we need to so that we don't run out of chicken feed, so we can maximize the amount of eggs that we do get in December to sell. We're at $536,000. I do think $1 million is well within our reach, but we got to get busy. We got to stay busy. Got the biggest field to harvest today. I want to get a couple of these fields cultivated and lime put down on them, so in September we can get right to planting. Driving through our house here. Pretty little house, little backyard. But is this fence going to be a concern? Are they going to be able to harvest next to it and turn around here? We gave enough room on the turn, but then it really does start hugging that fence. We did get a good comment about how that's not super realistic. We would want a good amount of grass, and there'd probably be a ditch here in most locations. But yeah, it looks like they are unhappy with that. I am going to temporarily remove the fence just to help us out here. See if that's enough. That should be enough. What is it doing? So there's something like super bizarre going on with this save right now. I've been noticing a lot of things acting weird, and you see the fence. We have to live with it, unfortunately, because something happened. Something happened. Things are acting really weird on the new lands. So we got a nice opening in our fence line. That was a mistake. Let's see if they get stuck over here on their sharp turn as we go to catch up with. Oh, looks like they made it. So we're gonna have to hope they can get past the fence line and back around before we have to unload them. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long day, and I think I am gonna help them out right there. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll take care of the harvest until we get past the fence. Go ahead and back up so we're not stuck. And there we go. 78% full. It's going to be pretty close from when we get past the fence here. And I'll go ahead and get this prepped on nearest waypoints. I guess this would be the first time we're harvesting it with all these fences. That does make sense. They stopped because they're not full, are they? Why would you stop? Okay. Some bizarreness, some very much bizarreness. I guess they're giving them a little bit of a head start, potentially. But we'll go ahead and cruise up. This one I did see at 85%, so we'll start unloading that. And I imagine the one in front of us is about to cut in the field to give us room to unload them. Oh, they might not because it's the headland. Oh boy. Oh boy, yeah, what are they gonna do? Get this unloaded and then we'll figure out the other combine there. But this yield's already looking amazing on this field. Should be good stuff. And I'm gonna let that one go. There they go. Okay, so they're gonna cut in right there. Yeah, let's finish unloading this one, then we can get the other one. But this should already be well over 400 bushels, if not 500. Plenty for the grain mill. And look at this scared car up here. It's not even close to us and it stopped. Good thing there's nothing to bale here because, boy, this would be a long day. Gonna be a long harvest. We're gonna get it done though. We're gonna get those other fields flipped because I really want the last episode to just be saying goodbye and selling things. And it looks like we're gonna get close to 600 bushels so far. There it is, 610. We're gonna go ahead and back up, get out of their way, let them continue on with the harvest, and keep on unloading for them. Let's check on our worker here. Okay, doing okay, doing good. And our first trailer full. We are trying to do 2 headlands here of each combine. I'm not sure what the other harvester's doing though. He's kind of just cruising around right now. But I figured that would help them turn around based on whatever route they take. So I wanted to open up the field a lot bigger for him. But we're gonna go ahead and get, oh, we gotta get that tractor out of the way. We might be able to squeeze, no we won't. All right, let's hop out here, move this out of the way so we can drop off this sorghum, get it activated, and we'll do one more load after this as well. And that'll put us pretty close. It might be a little too much sorghum, but I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. If we waste a little bit, I think we'll still get to 1 million. You can see flowers spawning already. Beautiful thing. And I'm worried I messed up that course on the other tractor, or the other harvester, because they're just doing whatever they wanted to, and it's confusing me a ton. It's exactly what I was trying to avoid, and that's exactly what we're running into. I can't anymore with this, guys. I just can't. It's bizarre. Well, I did decide to solo this harvest because it's not course play's fault. I was being cute and I just messed it up so much that we're just gonna finish this ourselves. But this second load is gonna go to the grain mill. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then focus on finishing the harvest. We got the John Deere at the mulcher on the other field over there. You can see it in the distance. The mulching is happening. And that should set us up really good for the work we need to get done after this harvest. Let's go drop this off at the grain mill and get back to the harvest. And the rest of the bushels are going in the silo after this because we will be selling them in December. There we go. And I think I'll be able to turn around. Yeah, I shouldn't have to hit the flour this time. It's going to be fun to see how much flour we get. Yep, looking good over here. I had them do 4 headlands, so we didn't have to deal with them turning around. So they should be able to do that just fine. They're in the 3rd headland right now. And it's time to get back to the harvest. And just to give a little update, we've unloaded the trailer once in the silo, so we have over 1,100 bushels in there, getting probably about close to 600, 700 bushels here once we're done unloading this, and that's all we got left. They should be really close to being done mulching. I am going to plant the 2 fields that we can see in the distance, the one closest to the silo and the one on the other side of the chickens. Those will be the ones that we will plant with wheat and barley in September. And then October, we're still going to have another cut of grass. So we're not quite done with farm work yet on this playthrough. Then dropping off another 1,100 bushels to the silo. The sorghum should make us pretty good money. I mean, if we take a peek right now, we're sitting at about $100,000 worth of sorghum already. Maybe 120,000. 1 million. It's going to be cake. We're going to get there. We might get to 2. I don't think we'll get that high, but we might. You never know. We'd have to sell some stuff for that. Maybe 1.5 is the goal. Just this little bit to harvest, and then we're done. The last harvest of New Lands. Getting a little sentimental. And the harvest is done. I'm going to take these 300 bushels myself and drop them off at the silo, and then we'll get the semi moved over. You can see the John Deere finished up. Just a small area miss. Not too bad. For the slight yield bonus that we do get with precision farming and mulching. Cruise on in here. You should be able to just drop it off ourselves. We need to activate the flour. Barley's out. Move a little bit of barley today, but we still need to save some for the chickens. Put the harvester away for the last time. Pretty sad. But we will not be moving any more sorghum. I do want to get a little bit of barley going just to activate that, maximize the amount of flour we're going to produce. Big time farm here. Multiple millions of dollars. Lots of equipment, lots of farmland, lots of goods to be sold. All I've been thinking about during this harvest is plans for FS25. We're gonna have a blast, guys. We're gonna have a blast. We are gonna leave this here and get straight to a lime session, but I do want to move this out of the way. Oh, refuel. They ran out of fuel like at the right time there. All right, let's head over here. We're gonna fill this up, spend a little bit of cash. Probably have to buy seeds as well, I would imagine. Oh, drove a little bit too far there. And away we go. We'll head up to the top field first, get that all spread, and then we'll come down here. And I'm hoping 100 yards or 25 yards is enough to get this job done. Since we did lime these last time, it shouldn't need a ton of lime applied to it to get it in a good state. Let's go ahead and start spreading here. Back up a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Nice. One last liming session. This might be the last time I put lime down on FS22 at all. We're not really using it in the white farm, and I don't know what else we're gonna do, to be honest, between now and November, since this is gonna be getting us into September, or October, I should say. Man, this year is flying by, guys. No. One more flip. One field done, 65% left. This field is a little smaller, I believe, so we should be good. And this spot here, I think it did take, just didn't have the texture. Yeah. Oh, don't need to spray in there, or spread in there, but we do want to spread here. One last field, here we go. And a tiny little speck to get here. And it didn't even need it. We're all done. Liming is done on new lands. Well, 54% seed might be enough. We are gonna start with wheat up north here. I always call it north. I don't think it's actually north, but why is our map that way too? I want this way. Yeah, we'll go up to this field up here. I think this is southeast, right? And we're gonna get wheat put in here. Let's double check. This should say oats. Yeah, it was oats. So we want wheat in here and we want barley in the field below us, but we can't. We never made it. What? What? Oh yeah, it's supposed to be September right now, guys. Ha! It's supposed to be September. I was supposed to move forward. Let's move the barley first. Let's move some barley. So ahead of myself. And again, being careful with the chickens, we'll just move one of these for now. And out of our 69,000 liters, we'll get as much that fits in here moved over to the grain mill. And to be exact, that's gonna be 766 bushels. Get all that flour, my goodness. Our barley is going in. Let's hop in here. Get it activated. It was already activated. Bread's decreasing correctly. Yeah, we might have too much sorghum in here, but that'll be okay. Okay, now we can do this. We have a little bit of rain in the forecast. Let's go ahead and get this lowered. Lowered. There we go. Wheat's going in the ground now. Pretty good. We got a good amount of the flour moved around. I started moving a little bit of the wool. We're gonna get a good, group, a good pile of all of our goods that we're going to be selling here in December. A few months to go yet. Like I said, October, we'll get another cut of the grass. We'll get a bunch of silage from that. After planting this, we'll need to fertilize it, spray it for weeds still. We need to feed the chickens, move some wool around, make sure the sheep have food. Still a lot of chores to do. And man, I'm itching to see what our dollar amount's going to end up being at the end of December. And all done with the wheat harvest. We're going to lift this. We're going to change it to barley. Go ahead and lower it. Is 20% going to be enough? Let's find out. Straight into this planting session here. And yes, I am using speed override because it was taking a little too long. And we do have to buy a little bit of seed here. I think what we'll do is we'll get about, 50 bushels and stop it. Let's see. Are we under it good? No, we're not. Let's open it up. What a disaster. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I forgot it filled up so fast. More than enough. We've got more than enough to finish. And back at it. One tiny little speck, and it is all taken care of. Another planting session done. The last planting session of new lands. Kind of getting sad, guys. We get a little bit of farm work still, or field work. We'll get to spray some fertilizer and herbicide in October. We'll get to cut some grass. But boy, New Lands is wrapping up. FS22 is wrapping up. Nothing but good memories. Let's go ahead and we'll put this in this shed for now. We'll do that. And I will see you in October.